I'm your host today. My name is Charlie. I'm the development manager here at SAFE. And before we start the interview, I want to thank all of our guests and also our viewers that's watching us right now for taking the time to join us for our Gala conversation. This is the part one, and we'll have more coming up for the next Fridays and the following Fridays. So today the conversation will be very casual. So while you're watching the video, we invite you to grab your tea, your coffee, your chai, or anything that's your favorite drink. Sit back, and we hope that you will enjoy what we want to share. So our guests today are our board members and also our volunteers who are on our Gala committee. So these ladies, thank you so much for dedicating your time and your energy for putting this event together. For anybody knows that planning an event, it is a lot of work, and we have started since February. So thank you so much. So I'm really grateful for having all of you. Honestly, without you, I don't know if we can pull this together. So thank you. So my first question for all of you today. Can you just tell me a little bit about yourself? Let's start with Dana, and we'll go with Sybil, Janice, and Renee.
Hi, my name is Dana Jones. I'm a SAVE board member, and I've lived in Fremont for my entire life. That's 56 years. And in my free time, I like to garden and work on home projects.
Hi there, my name is Sybil Smith, and I'm also on the board with Dana. And I have lived in Fremont for about 45 years. I love Fremont, by the way. And what do I like to do? I like to read books and watch professional football games and basketball games. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Janice Gebhardt, and I've lived in Fremont for, good gracious, 50 years and in the Bay Area all my life. I am a SAVE volunteer. In my free time, I like to read a lot and play with my grandchildren.
Hi, I'm Renee, and I was born in the Bay Area, and I grew up in Fremont. I'm a busy mom and wife, and I've had different careers throughout my life. When I'm not busy, I like to ride my bike and hike and spend as much time with my family as I can.
Thank you all. Yeah, it seems that just like all of you, our supporters are all local residents and being longtime supporters and also love the area and Fremont as well. That's why they have been supporting us. So my next questions, how do you become part of SAFE's community? How did you join SAFE? Can you share a little bit story? And we'll go with Janice, Sybil, and Dana.
I started volunteering with SAVE, good gracious, 7 years ago about. Sybil actually introduced me to volunteering and helping with donations that were made to the SAVE community. And so that's how I became involved.
Thank you.
So I guess I'll go. So 8 years ago, Craig Steckler, who is the former Fremont police chief and also a former SAVE board president, invited me to join SAVE. So it's about 8 years ago, 6 years on the board, and I've been with them since, serving as a volunteer and as a board member. My first introduction to SAVE, though, was back in 1988 as I was a Fremont police officer working with SAVE had an advocate at the police department that I would be able to speak with when I would respond to domestic violence calls. So it was very important, and it was a good tool that we had.
Thanks, Dana. Okay, I have been with SAVE, working with SAVE, or heard of them for probably 15 years. I started donating to them while probably even earlier than that. And they have been an important part of my life for a long time. I became part of it probably like Dana because I heard about it from somebody else, or maybe Janice said that. But I started as just a crisis advocate. I worked directly with the victims in the court as a court advocate. And since then, I've been on the board for about 4 years, I believe, 4 years. And I enjoy it very much.
Thank you so much for sharing your stories. The next question is for Renee. Can you please share with us, since you joined our Gala committee this year, why are you passionate about intimate partner violence?
Well, I'm passionate about our cause because I believe that everyone has the right to live their lives safely and without the threat of harassment, retaliation, and violence. My experience as a female and my education in human development has taught me that abuse against women is shockingly prevalent in our society. According to the World Health Organization, 1 in 3 women are physically or sexually abused by an intimate partner, a casual acquaintance, or targeted by a stranger.
Yeah, thank you for that. And that brings up my next point is, the Evening of Empowerment is a fundraising event, and raising funds for safe services is so important because that's how survivors, they be able to become independent through the resources and the free resources and free services that SAFE provide. In order for us to have the funds, it really depends on our supporters and depends on fundraising events like this one. So can each of you briefly talk about the services that we have here at SAFE and the one that pumps you right away in your head? Who would like to go first?
So we have a 24-hour crisis line, and we have a safe house for a 30-bed safe house.
We have drop-in support groups and individual family counseling.
We also have temporary restraining order assistance and youth services.
We also offer housing services to help you find a place that you can move into. And the Empowerment Center is open in the Fremont community for walk-in.
Yes, thank you. And for more information about these services, please visit our website at www.safe-dv.org. So we'll get to the next part, is about our gala. We recently changed our gala from in-person to virtual because the safety of our community is the most important. And for anyone who ever planned the events, they know that it's not an easy task. You know what they say, it takes a village to raise a child. And I believe that it also takes a village to host the event as well. There are just so many components in planning, from selecting the theme, selecting the speaker, the food, and the wine. And although that's going to be in person, we still have a lot to do. So up until last week, we were still planning it in person. So a lot has changed, but I feel that we have a solid plan about moving forward for the virtual gala. We'll have speakers. We'll have Lucy, who's our former client, and she also published a book just this year talking about her experience staying at the safe house, and also how she became independent because of the services that she received at SAFE. And now she's a DV advocate. She really believes in the cause. Yeah. And Ellie, she's our artist. She has been creating the button trees that is a theme for galas, Gala's main image since 2018. And this year in particularly, during the pandemic, she created the Dream Chairs project. And these represent her stories and also survivors' stories of finding their voice and having a place of their own. And these are the chairs, which you will be seeing them at the gala as auction items. And also we'll have our new ED, Jennifer, she will speak, and we'll have our awards parts. And really in this 1 hour, SAFE's supporters, our local leaders, and our advocates will come together to celebrate all the impact on the community that we serve, be inspired by the story that we hear, and also most importantly, raise funds for our survivor center services.
So, so Chow, I'm going to like real quick put in there. One of the hardest things when we're putting a gala together is, and we start back in February before our September gala, is finding items for our silent and live auction. Well, with the pandemic, so many of our donors in the past were local and small businesses. And a lot of these local and small businesses did not survive the pandemic. So, they had to go out of business, or they're just getting up and running again. So we made a conscious decision at the beginning of this that we were really not going to go after some of those donations that we had in the past for our live and silent auction items, because our small businesses are the ones we need to be supporting at this point, and they've supported us for years. So we're going to have a smaller selection of live and silent auction items, but we are still going to be having our fund to need, and we're hoping that if something doesn't catch someone's eye in the live or silent auction, that they will raise their hand generously for a fund to need.
Thank you, Dana.
Well, thank you all for taking the time. Oh, Renee, did you want to add something?
Nope.
All right. Well, thank you all for taking the time to chat with me today. And this will be my last question. Please finish the sentence by, I'm going to the event because, and we'll go with Renee, Janice, Sybil, and Dana.
The reason I'm coming to the event is I want to raise funds and awareness for SAVE services.
The reason I'm coming to the event is I want to support SAVE and make sure that it's still available for the Fremont and Tri-City community.
And I believe that everyone deserves to live without violence. And the other reason I'm coming is because I believe in the youth program. I believe that it is the only way that we will begin to rid ourselves of this terrible thing, is by teaching the young people what love really is and how to treat each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Sybil. That's really important. Our youth programs are very, very important. And I believe in the work that SAVE provides our community.
So thank you all. Our next gala conversation will be with Ali, who is the artist, and it will be on August 27th at 10 o'clock. So thank you all for watching, and thank you all for your time.
Thank you. And we look forward to seeing you on September 18th.